Hi unicorns, this is Bambi and it's story time today. Yay! I'm wearing this headphone thingy. Really need to listen to my voice to check the audio because I don't want to shoot this 2 or 3 more times. Today I'm gonna talk to you guys in English for the first time because I never done this before and I always wanted to try it. Even though it's kind of awkward for me because it's not my first language, right? But, I wanted to try it, so here I am. If you need caption, I'm gonna put a Korean and English one here, so please turn them on. So today, I want to talk about my ex-boyfriend situation. Actually, this video was supposed to be about what's on my desk. Somebody was like, oh, Bambi님, I wanna see how you work, So I was kind of planning to make a video about, I don't know, what kind of gear that I use or what kind of, program that I use on my computer to make Neomic videos or do some other works. But my ex-boyfriend situation recently has been kind of bugging me. Not bugging me, but it has been back in my mind. So I just wanted to open it up and share with you guys. Remember what I told you on my a previous video? I wanna share what I do or what I think on this channel because I'm running this channel, and years later I wanna look back at it and be like, oh yeah, 2012, I was doing like that and I was looking like that or I was thinking like that, That's why I decided to open it up a little bit and share what's happening in my life and my thoughts. Anyway, I'm at my office and Jonah and the dogs are upstairs. I just specifically chose this time when I can be alone and talk to the camera in a I don't know, calm way. Anyway, it's 30th of November and my ex-boyfriend, his name is Olivier by the way, he's coming to Seoul in 2 days. Yes, in 2 days. And he's gonna stay here in Seoul for 2 months or something. That's what I heard. I don't know where he's staying at. I don't know what he's gonna do, or is it his vacation or is it his work trip or something? I don't know. I have no idea. But the only thing that I know is he's coming in 2 days. While he's in town, I am 100% sure that I will see him or meet him or whatever. When he texts me, be like, I'm actually going to Seoul this day, I automatically talk to Jonah, be like, babe, by the way, Olivia's coming in December and he's gonna stay here for 2 months and we're okay with it, right? And Jonah was like, yeah, it's okay, it's totally fine, I've been thinking about it and why am I feeling this kind of a certain way about him coming here? It's because even though we broke up almost 10 years ago, I think he was the one who kind of helped me who I am now. It's kind of a long story, right? Okay, so I think I should share a little background story with you guys to understand what's actually going on. So it was 2012 when I moved to Canada. I didn't actually move there because it was an exchange program, and I was going to Université de Montréal, which is University of Montreal, and I was supposed to stay there only for 2 semesters, which is 8 months-ish. But I decided to stay there a little bit longer, so I end up living there for a few years, right? And then on my second semester, I met Olivia for the first time, and it was very our first date was very a short period of time. We met for lunch and we went to see a movie. I think it was a Kings of Summer or something. I don't really remember what it was, but he said that he needs to go to his friend's birthday party in Saint Bernard or something like that, Saint Bruno or wherever that is not in the city. And that was our first date and I really enjoyed it. That's why we started seeing each other more often after that. And he was actually the first guy that I ever met who's working in the the entertainment industry. He is camera guy. He's working as DOP, which is director of photography. He's literally the camera guy of entire a shoot. I have met a lot of like, not a lot, but like a few guys there. And everybody was like actually just like 9 to 6 kind of type guys. Cause like the first one was doctor and the second one was accountant and third one was I actually do not remember what his job was, but anyway. But this Olivier guy, I was like, oh, he's very interesting. He's, you know, working in a certain type of industry. He started like showing me all of those like really like good movies. That's where I found out about, I don't know, like Ang Sang-di or like Polytechnique, those kind of movies that I still love so much. And I was living in downtown, which is Gay Concordia, and he was living between the village, which is gay area, and Plateau, which is, I don't know, like hipster area. When my contract is over, I decided to move to Plateau, and then he moved to Mile End, which is a little bit further, but it's way more hipster, literally like way more hipster. You know, like all the friends that I had and all the boyfriends, not boyfriend, all the boys that I met, they were actually based in downtown or the village. So they're very like a mainstream. Like after I met him, I met like all of his friends and everything, and they're very like local community vibe kind of, you know, they play band at cafe like on like, I don't know, Tuesday night or something like that. Sorry, there's a car honking outside. I mean, it was actually him that I actually met a lot of very interesting people. So, you know, I was in like in my mid-20s. I was one of those like a twink, like circuit gays. I technically didn't have any taste back then. I didn't know what I like. I just like what people like. I didn't even know what kind of perfume that I like back then. I just like wear perfume because people like it, you know. I didn't have any taste back then. Through him, I got to know like what I like or what I actually like, to be honest. I was in a status where I was like, oh, I want to like know more. I want to learn more. I want to like, you know, try something new, try something that I had never seen before, that kind of vibe. But he was there to fulfill my desire, you know, that kind of situation. So like, to be fair, he actually like helped me build what I am, or like who I am now. Yeah. Perfect example. I told you that he was camera guy, right? I found that it was very interesting, and I found this camera on Craigslist and I paid like, I don't know, 200 or something. And then I got the camera and I started like recording whatever I was doing, and I started making like a video diary. I didn't call it vlog back then. I'm not sure the vlog was a thing or not, but anyway, I was like just shooting everything that I see, and I just like put all of them together and put like a random music and post it online. And it wasn't even YouTube, it was Vimeo, and I done it for like 3 or 4 times. He was there and like watched those videos and be like, you need to cut it here, you need to like make it more fast, and you need to like I don't know, cut the scene on the beat, on the music, that kind of vibe. What I do these days, I think I got it from him, you know, like very like cut it very fast, and you know, I really appreciate that actually, yeah. The time went by, student visa was expired, I got new visa, which is working permit, and then I started working there, but it was not like a full-time job, it was like a part-time job. I had a lot of free time, I wanted to like travel, I wanted to see like what's out there. He also had a lot of free time because, you know, in this industry, there's like no jobs literally every single day, right? So if you are in project, you're working every day. If you're not in a project, you do not work at all. Like looking back, I think it was time when he didn't have a job back then. That's why he had so much free time. He didn't talk about it to me, but I'm pretty sure he was kind of like, you know, financially struggling because he didn't have a job like that was going on at the moment. So probably it was very stressful to him, but I didn't know that because I was like, what, 20 something, right? I was so naive. That's where we started like, I don't know, having argument and fighting and everything. And then I decided not to expand my working permit. So I moved back to Korea. It was technically like our breakup. I got my first job at a PR company, and I really, really hated it because I had to work literally like 15 hours every day, and I still don't eat their food. Anyway, so and he was like, I want to like go visit Seoul one time, and he actually booked ticket. It was like after a few months I got the job, right? So I quit my job and hang out with him for like an entire week. I don't know what I was thinking about, but that's what I did. He flew back to Canada, and I was like, you know what? I think I should go back to Canada with you. And then I went back. What do you think? Yeah, it was very like a bad decision for me. I was there like a 2 or 3 more months. I was like, I don't think it's working actually, and I don't see myself, like living here actually, because it's kind of like a tricky part. Not tricky part. It's kind of like complicated part here. Like Montreal is like in Quebec, right? Only Quebecois people speak French. Other people in Canada, they do not speak French. They speak English. Okay, the people who is working in that kind of like a show business or like a entertainment industry in Montreal, they have to make a video in French. The industry is kind of getting smaller and smaller somehow because a lot of younger generation wants to move out of there and, I don't know, go to Toronto or Vancouver or like New York or LA. That's why the population is getting smaller and smaller, and as a consequences, the show business and the entertainment industry is getting smaller and smaller, which means there is less and less money. I don't know what's happening these days, but that was like what was happening back then, and everybody that I see or meet, they're like, don't move to Montreal, just like go to Toronto or something. That's where I was like, I don't see myself here actually. I really love the city. I really love the vibe because I was like riding bike all around the city, and I really, really, really loved it. That's where I got the idea of like, but like trying to have like a vegetarian diet and like a no plastic, that kind of thing. But realistically, there was no way for me to, I don't know, survive there. So on top of it, I was not being good with Olivier. That's where I decided to move back to Korea, and I started my actual career. Yeah, and I started working with like FK Twigs or like Grimes, and I really loved it, and that's why I stayed in this kind of industry. And I started Neo Milk and everything. And then I met Jonah and we got engaged, and we've been together for almost 8 years now. The reason why I want to talk about this in the first place is that like Jonah knows that Olive is coming, and he's 100% aware of what's going on. And I'm not worried about it, and I don't hate it, I wanted to see him because there is some ex-boyfriends that I had before, and I'm totally fine with like hanging out with them or like, somehow they know me, right, better than anybody else. And I'm doing really well here. I have built my own community here with my friends and with my fiance Jonah and with my dogs, and I do have like life here, literally. And he also, like Olivier, also moved to LA or New York. I don't actually know where he's living. I think it's New York. Anyway, it seems like he's doing very well about his career. He has like worked with like a Met Gala and like world famous actresses. I'm not sure if he's thinking of like moving here and like getting, I don't know, work for K-pop industry or not. That's something that I'm not sure about. But it's not like I'm worrying about something, I'm fine here with my boyfriend, with my fiance Jonah. And I think he's fine with whoever that he's dating. But I don't know, like I just wanted to like share it with you guys. So nothing serious. I'm not breaking up with Jonah, of course, and so do not worry about it. I'm not gonna abandon Neo Milk. I just wanted to share this story, and I think I will see him like, I don't know, the first week of December or something, if I can like make spare time. I hope that I can update some further news with you guys soon. Please stay tuned and please keep supporting us, and yeah, I really hope you guys stay inside with your loving ones in, I don't know, cozy environment in this cold weather. I will see you guys later again. Bye bye. Mwah. 으아!